Hello friends, thanks for joining this session. In this session, we are going to learn about block level elements. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code to understand this topic. So we are into the Visual Studio Code, and if you will look into this example, we have introduced one HTML file which contains three div, and along with that we have also introduced the block level class and the inline level class to understand that what actually the block level element is. And if you closely look into that, then you will also find that here we are having two CSS. One is representing the block level, another one is the inline level. And if you look into the properties, you will find the same properties. So here we will understand that what actually the nature of the div element and the nature of the span element. Div is a block level element, so we will look into the output, how block level element look like and how inline element look like. Let me write subheading for this so that it would be more understandable. So we can tell that s2 tag, and here we will tell that it is a block level elements, and for this also we can tell that inline element. So let's run this and let's look into the output, how the output look like. So as usual, to run it, select this file, press F1, click on this option, and it will give us option open in browser. So we are into the browser, and this is the output we are going to get. So you will find that these three elements are the block level element. So why div is a block level element? Because it is occupying the entire width of that particular row. So this is stacked on each other. So here the point to remember is that div is a block level element as it is occupying the entire width of the row, and whenever you introduce a new div, so it will stacked on other div. So let's look into that. We will introduce another div and let's look into that where it is getting displayed. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code. So we are into the Visual Studio Code. Just introduce another one, copy this one, paste it, save it, go to the browser again. So here you will find that it is get added below and it has occupied the entire width of the row. So that's how the block level element works. So here we have seen that div is a block level element. There are various type of block level elements. So we will see the list from this site, that is w3schools.com. Here you will see that these are the block level elements we are also having, like div, footer, main, section, article, DL, form, nav, table. So these are the block level elements and it occupy the entire row with its width. I will provide you the link of this site in the resource section. Now let's proceed further. So now let's discuss about the inline elements. So the nature of the inline element is like it will be displayed within a line. So see here, it is displaying one after another. I have given the example of a span to represent the inline element. There are various elements which is having the inline nature. So let's look into what are those elements. Let's again go back to w3schools.com. So here you will find that these are other elements apart from a span which displays the content in inline form. So here the elements are anchor tag, br tag, that is break line, then I tag, object, small, abbreviation, button, image, output, span. We have already seen that. So all these are inline elements. So now let's proceed further. So now the question comes over here is that can we convert inline element to a block level element? Yes, we can. So how we can convert it? Let's look into that. So to convert the inline element, what we need to do, we need to use a property called display, and this display property we need to specify block, and here you can save it and let's jump into the browser, and then you will find that it is displaying exactly the same how it is displaying the block level element over here, the div, and here it is displaying the same. So that means it is occupying the entire row with its width and it is displaying one after another in a stacked manner. Now let's proceed further. Another point which I wanted to explain you, that suppose if you are having so many inline elements, so let's look into that how it is going to display, so that I can show you one of the example when it is overlapping, how we are going to handle such overlapping with the display property. So let's double this one, save it, just remove this display block, and we will see that how it is printing or how it is displaying. So let's go into the browser. So here you will find that it actually overlapped and it has completely distorted the display of the web page. So how we can handle such situation where we want that it should display the content inline as well as in a block level as well. So to handle such situation, CSS offers us another display properties, that is inline hyphen display. So let's look into that. So here what we will do, we will write again the display property and we will tell that we want inline hyphen block. So let's save it and let's look into the browser. So here you will find that it has displayed now properly. So it has merged the power of inline element as well as the block level element. So this is what I wanted to demonstrate you in this session. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.